Yup, 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 yup. Y'all see the motherfucking title? I really am just doing this to rage bait here. Like, I'm gonna just start off right there. This is rage bait. I mean it, I believe it, but it's for sure rage bait. So, you know, you come in asking, is this rage bait? The answer is yes. But the shit is true. And you see what the title says. And forgive me because I'm eating my breakfast right now. But so if you hear some noises, that's what that is. But you see the title, man. White people be acting like gaslighting boyfriends, man. And I feel like I should explain that early on, just for the audience that watches this later. I kind of want to wait until some angry white people come in here to explain it, but fuck it. I'll just do it now. We haven't seen you. Don't worry about that. But yeah, like, I guess I'll just explain it now. Because I know people are going to be watching it later. So what do I mean when I say white people be acting like gaslighting boyfriends? Like, you know how niggas get into it with their girl, and their girl said they start talking about, the transgressions they've had in the past, and how what they're doing now that they don't like is like some of the stuff they did back in the day. So like your girl bring up, like, seeing you texting some other girls or whatever, or liking girls' pictures, and they bring up, like, you used to like girls' pictures 6 months ago, and you was texting girls 6 months ago, and you said you wouldn't do it again, and you did it again. And what do they say? Tell me what the response is from the gaslighting boyfriend when they bring it up. You bringing up old stuff. Why you always talking about the past, bruh? See, you just want problems. You don't want to actually solve things. You just thinking about what happened in the past. You bringing up old stuff. Why you always bringing up old stuff? It's the same thing they do with us. And they don't even have to be just black people. Just with any minority that they screwed over these past years. They start saying, well, yeah, we did that, but that was so long ago. Why you bringing up old shit? Yeah, we know that we built our empire off of these exploits, and we're at the top of the food chain today because of all this old stuff that we did back in the day. But why are you bringing it up now? It's 2025. You just need to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and stop complaining. You bringing up old shit. Or they'll start comparing you to other girls. Like, you complaining a little too much. They'd be like, yeah, see, when I was with Rebecca, she wouldn't see that as a big deal. Rebecca understood, Rebecca understood me. Rebecca, she used to let me do that back in the day. Or they'll compare you to other relationships. Like, my boy Derek, he ain't got to deal with no shit like this. My boy Derek, he could go out with his friend. My boy Derek, he can go with
It
his
sounds like you're
friends.
looking for autonomy and trust in your relationship. Healthy
No,
boundaries
Gemini.
allow partners to enjoy
God
social
damn it,
time without
no.
feeling interrogated or needing permission. Would you like to discuss how to bring this up with your partner?
No, I don't, Gemini. I wasn't trying to activate you. Fuck. The AI thought that I was asking how to solve my relationship problems. Nah, man. I'm gonna need way more than the AI, to help me with my relationship problems. X, what the fuck are you doing here, X? But shout out to you. And shout out to everybody that's jumping in here. But yeah, man, white people start talking to you like a toxic boyfriend when it's time to start talking about social issues. What's oh you off? You gonna get some? I see you, bro. I see you. Do the damn thing, man. You can listen. But yeah, they start talking to you like a toxic boyfriend when it's time to start talk about the issues that's going on with us. Oh, why you bringing up old stuff, man? All right, let me see. Somebody trying to jump in here, and I'm doing these one by one. Like if you request, I'm only going one by one. So it's a couple people. Hold up. All right, I'll do AJ because I think I saw him first. All right, AJ, what's up, man? AJ, are you there? Can y'all hear me, by the way? I think you can because X answered me. You know what? I'm going to keep you in, AJ. Usually I'd kick you, but I'm going to give you a chance, okay? Mark. We'll get Mark in here next. What's up, Mark?
Hey man, what's going on?
What's going on with you, brother? You disagree with my John here?
I can't really provide much of a rebuttal, man. I mean, yeah, like when it comes down to social issues, they don't, they're like kids who stick their fingers in their ears and stick their tongue out. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking? It's so dumb. It's fucking stupid. I honestly like. I keep it professional. Like the only time I really interact with them is when I'm at work, and I'm always professional. Like I don't bring up stuff. I thought I heard someone yelling. I don't bring up stuff. I just keep it cool. Like I know they don't care about it. I don't care to have the conversation. You know, at this point, my only interaction with them is just to get work done so I can continue enjoying the lifestyle that I am currently enjoying. And I keep it like that.
Yeah, I feel you on that for sure. But you're absolutely right about this, man. They get real childish when we start talking about these social issues. Is oh, you always bringing up old stuff. Why you bringing that up? Why we can't just talk about what's going on right now? And the motherfuckers be asking like, hey, the old stuff is showing a pattern. Like you're doing the same shit earlier. You said that you wouldn't do. And then they be like, oh, but that was the past. You bringing up the past. Derek don't have to deal with this. Derek, girl, let him do whatever he want. Derek is the model minority.
Yeah, it's silly. It's ridiculous. They don't want to be compared to their ancestors. They're like, oh, I didn't do that. So I never owned any people. I never lynched any people. But yet, whenever something happens in the black community, we're all blamed for it. We all get the same label. We're all criminals. We're all thugs. It's stupid. It's like, it's so hypocritical that it's just exhausting to talk about. Like I said, I don't bring up social issues. I'm fortunate enough to where I don't really have too many racial issues going on in my life that are preventing me from doing the things I want to do every day. So I'm thankful for that. But like actually having an engaging conversation with them about these things, it's just completely pointless. They don't care. And I don't care to have it with them. I just want to live in peace at this point.
Yeah, and what you said there just now was absolutely true. Like they really don't care when they're having these conversations with us, and that's why they say that. That's why they default to, well, that's the past. Why you bringing it up? Because they don't give a fuck about how that affected us and how that's playing into our situation that we're in now. Like they don't really give a fuck. They just want us to shut up about it. They want us to be quiet about it. But shout out to you. You said some good shit, but I'm looking for disagreeers, so I gotta get you the fuck up out of here. Respectfully. Respectfully. Not trying to be a dickhead, but I'm actually I'm trying to argue with niggas for real. As you can see from the inflammatory prompt I have here. So what's the end goal? I say we talk about it so we don't repeat it. Of course we have to talk about it. Of course we have to talk about it. Us trying not to talk about it and just get over it and act like nothing happened is not working. It has not closed the gap. It has not, solved the inequalities. There has been no parity to come from us just being quiet and pulling ourselves up by the bootstraps. All that's happened is, the Civil Rights Act was passed, and now that they can't be overt with their racism, they've leaned in on being covert with their racism, and that's starting to change now too. So now instead of outwardly saying we don't allow the blacks here, they have other things like, well, you can't wear a backwards cap. You can't have braids. You can't wear, Jordans here. You have to, like, it's not saying outwardly that we don't want niggas to come here, but you're saying you don't want niggas to come here. You're manipulating. Like how a boyfriend, like, I'm not saying that I should just be able to text whoever I want and like any pictures I want. I'm just saying, like, I need to have a little bit of privacy. You're saying the same shit with different words. You truly are acting like a gaslighting boyfriend. Let me take a bite of this biscuit because it's breakfast time. Guys, excuse me. It really is breakfast. Now I want my biscuit to get cold. I'm trying to talk to you motherfuckers. Why did the black community get worse after the civil rights movement? I mean, I would argue that it didn't get worse. What a lot of people are referring to when they say that is like the crime problem. But the crime problem that we're dealing with now is almost exclusively due, people try to be like, it's because of the welfare system, and they wanted the father to come out of the home, and they were gonna give women welfare and create single parent households. I don't think that was the conspiracy. I mean, that's a part of the situation. I don't think that's the conspiracy. The conspiracy is the one that everybody already knows about, which is the war on drugs and the Contras and the CIA working with fucking literal drug dealers selling drugs to the community. I think that's primarily where the crime problem come from. I mean, there was an issue with dudes leaving the house too, but I don't think that's like the conspiracy from the government where they set it up that way. Like, I think that just naturally happened with the how do I say, the disenfranchisement of the black community in those covert ways. So, the war on drugs, redlining, COINTELPRO, all that stuff worked together to create a situation where there would be no fathers in the home in some cases. Because, like, for the most part, fathers still was taking care of their kids. They may not have lived in the same house all the time, but fathers were still taking care of their kids. There wasn't this epidemic of fatherless homes. Like, when you say fatherless homes, what people think of is like the dad says, I'm gonna go get some milk, and he never comes back and you never hear from him again. That's like a myth. It didn't really happen like that. It's more complicated than that. A lot of the world's issues are more complicated than that. It's not to say that it didn't happen, but that's not like the full story. I mean, but I think the easy thing, the main thing to point back to is the war on drugs. That's like the biggest thing. Like, almost every dilapidated slum you can call a black community in this country got like that because of the drug trade. Like, a lot of these neighborhoods were decent, nice neighborhoods, and then crack filled the streets, and everything just went downhill from there. And we know where that came from. But, again, when we start saying that to these white people, they start saying, well, you just bringing up old shit. Why are you bringing up the past? It's like, okay, Trump 2028. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Dre Mayor. All right, let's see. Some people jumped in. Oh, never mind. They jumped out. But yeah, kiss the ring boy. Oh, nah, you got to get blocked for calling me a boy. Come on now. We ain't doing that. You got to get blocked for that. But yeah, man, these things matter. It's not like people try to make it like a moral failing on our part. Like, we just, after the Civil Rights Act passed, we just became bad people. Like, we just became evil and bad and wanted to kick the man out of the house so that we can collect welfare. Like, it's so much more complicated than that. Y'all are talking about the issues in the black community like how a child would explain an episode of Bluey or something. And then he picked up the toy, and then he had dropped the toy, and then the toy broke, and that's the whole story. Like, this is more to it than that. Like, I'm not even saying what y'all are saying is necessarily wrong, but it's way more complex than that. And it does not boil down to just personal responsibility on individual's part. It takes more than that to make a sweeping change to a whole population. You know? Dang, X, don't argue with the niggas in the comments, X, man. You're not gonna get nowhere like that. Trust me. Irish, Native American. Look, I will talk to anybody. If you request, just jump in the request. Let me know what y'all think. Where's my reparations? I mean, if you're native, if you're actually a native, I'm pretty sure there's benefits for you already in America. For the Irish and the Italian thing, you would have to get at the Irish people and the Italian people about that. The Irish nation and like the nation of Ireland and the nation of Italy. You would have to reach out to them to ask about reparations for them. But for your native part of your lineage, you're already getting benefits here. Yet we don't take government handouts. Cat, jump in the fucking thing. I need to. I'm not even talking about that anyway. The fact that you brought that up out of nowhere is kind of telling, but you know what? Let me let my boy X up here. X, man, what's going on, man? What you got for me?
Well, I'm being in the chat, man, because it's football. Got a couple games coming on, so I'm being in the chat, man. I don't want y'all hear me. I don't want y'all hear me scream because my Carolina Panthers about to play. It's for the
I,
division, bro. So I've been in the
I,
chat talking shit and
I see that,
watching Carolina. Watch Bryce Young throw the game away. So I
Hey,
don't want
man.
y'all to hear me mad. You know that's why, man. I'm being in the chat, dog, giving out education.
Yeah. Just don't let them like bring you down like to an ignorant level because the comment section will do that to you.
What, bro? I was in Twitch doing the Overwatch days, bro. You ain't seen ignorance. You ain't seen ignorance till Overwatch 1, bro.
Oh man. Yeah. All right, bro. Yeah, I'll go ahead and kick you back to the comments. Respectfully, I gotta get you the fuck up out of here. But shout out to you, X. That's my guy, man. That's my guy for real nigga. But Kat, like, I don't know what you're even arguing anymore. Kat, hold up. Let me invite Kat in here. I want to hear what you have to say. Like, get out of the comment section. Because, like, what I'm saying right now is not division. I don't know why you're saying stop the division. Sir Fold. Sir Foyd Slayer. Hold
Yo,
up. Hold up, Foyd Slayer. Let me get Kat first. So, Kat, real quick. Um,
Hi.
Hey, so I see some of your comments in the comment section, and I am confused as to what you're responding to. Like, what I don't understand.
Well, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't understand. Like, who are you arguing against? Are you arguing against the screen, the prompt on the screen, or like, what are you arguing against?
I'm arguing against the fact that we are all Americans. It doesn't matter anymore about what went on in the past. We are
Okay,
not
let me stop you
our
there. Let
past.
me stop you there.
Sweetheart,
Kat, I gotta stop you there. It
go ahead.
absolutely matters. It absolutely matters.
How?
Because history has consequences, okay? And forgive me, I'm eating my breakfast.
Amen.
So the situation that people are in the present is a direct consequence to things that happened in the past. And if you don't rectify those things, then it's going to continue. So telling people
But if
that have been marginalized in this country historically and are still living with the effects of that marginalization telling them, well, just get over it. It was in the past, is not only condescending, but it's not helping anything. It doesn't solve anything. You're actively advocating not to solve it. It's like when people say
No,
reparations, we shouldn't have reparations.
no.
He's got
No.
Go ahead.
My remark was that I'm Irish, Italian, Native American.
Mhm.
If we Irish, the Italians, and definitely the Native Americans have been stepped upon, screwed over, just as the Afro-American community has been.
No, that's
We
true.
need
It
to
wasn't
get
the same,
past that.
but
We
it
need
happened, but it
to
wasn't the same. But I got
we
you.
need
Go
to
ahead.
unite instead
Those
of
people back then were
continuing
considered
this
black.
crap, and
Well,
then
look,
we take
sir, I'm
them
gonna get to you.
and
I'm gonna
get
get to
what
you.
we
I swear I'm gonna
deserve.
get to you, sir. So, Kat, like, I'm
Yeah.
not disagreeing that we need to unite. I'm not making the point that we can't unite and come together. I'm saying we can't unite if you're acting like what happened to us didn't happen. If you're telling us to stop talking about it and to get over it, we can't unite like that.
Okay.
That shit
I'm
matters.
not I'm obviously not expressing myself properly.
Hmm.
Excuse me, I got a mouthful of food as well.
Me too. Me too.
Because I'm hungry. But in order to unite, don't we have to stop the division?
Well,
The talk
in order
is
to
it's not
unite,
black, white, brown, red. If we were
Kat,
born
I'm
here
not.
in this country,
Yo, Kat, I'm not trying to
mm,
divide. This isn't to be divisive. This is me telling you, stop acting like a toxic boyfriend and telling me to stop talking about shit in the past. Stop telling me,
I'm not
oh,
telling.
well, that was old shit.
Okay, well, you know what? This is gonna go nowhere because you're not open. You are hanging on to your ancestors. My ancestors were proud people. We do not accept government handouts. We do
Kat,
not
we're
accept
not talking about What
anything.
are you talking about, Kat? Where does this government
You
handout
told me,
shit come from?
well, when I first got in here, I was reading shit about reparations. That's a bunch of garbage.
Well, you was reading
Grow
a
the
comment
fuck up,
from the comment
get a
section.
job,
Wait, Kat,
and get an education. If you don't
Kat,
want to
slow
do
down.
that, my
Kat,
people
slow
have
down.
done that.
Kat, you're talking about comments in the comment section. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking
Well,
about.
that's what I came in with, babe. That's what I came in with. I was reading for about 5 minutes before I commented.
Okay. Well, I'll
Granted,
address
my
that
comments
anyway.
were probably late,
Let's address that. So don't take
but
government.
calling me a white fucking god. First of all, I'm not white.
I mean, you said you're Irish and Italian. That's very white.
I said I'm Irish, Italian, Native American. Italians are not considered white, nor are
Italians
Native
are absolutely
Americans.
white. Italians are
No,
absolutely
they're
white.
not.
They may
Really?
have, they
When
may
they
not
got
have
here?
been.
No, they
They
weren't.
may not have been
My
considered white
grandfather
when
was
they.
not considered white when he got here.
I was about to say that. They may not have been considered white when they got here, but they are now, Kat. The Irish are considered white now. Like, I don't know if you know, but white and black and these races that we go by, they're social constructs. They're made up. They're not real things. So it's not something that you're actually born with genetically. It's a designation that we invented to categorize people. So they weren't considered white
This I'm
at
fully
first.
aware of.
Yeah, so they weren't considered white at first, but they're white now. They're white. Okay. So the Native American, are you like, what's your percentage of Native American? How much?
50.
You're half
My
Native?
grandmother is 100% Wampanoag.
Okay. And do the Native
Who married
Americans
an
not,
Italian.
so do the Native Americans not get any benefit from this country for what happened to them?
They might, but where I come
No,
from,
not might. No.
no. Wait a minute. Hear me out. Where I come from, my grandmother laid down a rule that we do not accept handouts
Okay, I'm not talking about
from
your
the goddamn
personal
American
story.
government.
Yeah,
from
respectfully,
those who
I really don't give a fuck about your personal story. I asked a specific question, and the answer is yes. The Native Americans absolutely get benefits for what happened to them in this country uh, at the hands of the people who were in charge then, which were white people. Now, if you want to talk about your Italian and Irish side and whether they should get reparations because they was treated bad in this country, you need to consult with Italy and with Ireland about that. But the Native Americans they're working to make them whole right now. And Native American people aren't taking advantage of that. All of them might not be, but that's not the point. The government recognized the atrocity that happened to their people, and they decided to do something about it. And nobody's really complaining about that. But for Black Americans, for example, we've had a situation happen like that on this land and this soil, and everybody is arguing and complaining about us advocating for the same thing. And I don't, that part of it I don't understand. When it turns to that, then it's, oh well, why you looking for a handout? Just get a job. Why are you asking for shit? You're bringing up old stuff that was so long ago. Nobody says that was so long ago for the Native Americans. Why do you think that is? Anyway, I think I'm done with you anyway, Kat. Let's see. It was like 3 other people here. All right. Well, I don't know. You're such a yapper. Well, I don't know if I want to deal with you today, to be honest. Oh, never mind. She's gone now. Okay, Mark 4. Mark 4. What you got for me, bro?
Dude, I was just in here. I didn't. We agree, bro. We're not going back and forth.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well,
Yeah.
shout out to you, respectfully. I'm gonna get you the fuck up out of here, respectfully. Shout out to you. Well, I was actually gonna bring you up, but that's okay. I don't have to prove anything to a stranger. I don't even know what y'all talking about anymore. But yeah, we weren't gonna go anywhere with that lady earlier. Like that conversation was going nowhere. My point still stands. Her argument was tantamount to just get a job. It's literally what I was saying about the gaslighting boyfriends, bro. Like, you bringing up old stuff. We went through some stuff and we got over it. Why can't you? I went through some stuff with my last girlfriend and we made it through that. Why you still bringing it up? Come on, y'all are being very toxic right now. I think we need to go to counseling or something. Y'all are not, y'all are not pulling y'all weight in this relationship, bro. This is a very one-sided relationship. Y'all get to have all the benefits in the relationship. Every time we try to voice our opinion about something you're doing wrong, it turns into why are we bringing up old stuff? Which is especially crazy because y'all are constantly denying all the new shit you're doing too. When we start talking about the new shit, which is usually connected to the old shit somehow. Sorry, I'm still eating. When we start talking about the new shit, y'all just deny, just like a toxic boyfriend. Well, can you prove it? Well, show me some statistics. Well, that's not what that was. That was something else. Gaslighting, like a toxic ass boyfriend. We're reporting back to you what we're seeing with our eyes, and you're saying, what are you gonna trust? Me or your lying eyes? Who are you gonna trust? Me telling you that everything is equal and we all have the same opportunities and pull yourself out by your bootstraps? Or your lying eyes that's showing that every high-paying job and every high-wage job usually ends up going to white people Usually white people who already knew each other beforehand. Your lying eye is showing you that the wealth disparity between the white community and the black community is so wide, it's ridiculous. Your lying eye is showing you literal black people getting assaulted and taken out on camera now. You gonna believe me or your lying eyes? I love it when you niggas come in here and start talking in the comment section and don't request. Like, if you want to do the "we was Kangs" thing, do it verbally. You know why y'all only do that shit in the comment section? I think it's because you know that when your voice is heard out loud verbally saying this shit, you realize how goofy it sounds. I don't have that problem. I have the confidence in my worldview and my ideas to put them out verbally, and I'm not scared that people will say that it's dumb or it sounds bad or it's goofy. Because I have backing for my convictions, but you don't have any backing for what you believe. You're just here to troll for real. I'm displaying the shit I'm crying about. And what is that? What is that? Like, y'all are the kings of making half points. Like, I don't even know what you're referring to. Let me see. I'm gaslighting you right now. I'm gaslighting you on what, brother? We was committing suicides and shit. Let me see. They're one crash ride away from ending it all. Of course they are. We was 13% committing 50% of the crime. Oh my God, bro. Y'all still saying 1350 in the big 2025? It's almost 2026. And y'all still saying 1350? Like, y'all gotta update your talking points, man. Y'all gotta get to the new firmware update. We've dealt with 1350 a long time ago. All right, let's see what Noah has to say. Yep. Noah, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro? Chilling.
Hey, man, do you agree with me? Do white people be acting like gaslighting boyfriends sometimes?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think this is an issue exclusive to white people. I mean, I see this across the board, really. I mean, just women in general love gaslighting. You know what I mean? Especially when the most common thing you see is, as a man, if you try to put any type of boundaries or rules, regulations, anything like that, go call you, "Are you insecure?" That's the number one manipulation tactic by women these days, 2025, is calling their man insecure when they try to put any type of boundaries on them. Let's say you're like, "Oh no, you're going out, you're showing a little too much skin." You know what I mean? "Oh, you insecure?" That's the number one manipulation tactic by these women.
Well, respectfully, Noah, like,
yeah,
I understand. Like, I used to watch the red pill shit too, so I get
this
that
ain't no
part.
red pill, bro. This is.
I know, but like, you're talking about women and shit, and I'm not really trying to have a conversation about how women act. I'm using this as kind of like a joke to explain.
I see that you said gaslighting boyfriends, so I assume you talking about women.
Yeah, it's a joke, dude. I'm saying that white people act like boyfriends, but with white people that would include women. Like, I'm not being literal when I say that.
Okay, I see.
It's like a joke. It's like,
I thought you were talking about white women.
Nah. Well, thank you, Noah. Thank you. You were misinformed on what the conversation was supposed to be about. I wasn't. This is not the "I hate women" section. Okay. All right. Let's look at the comments. All right. I see the comments. 1355. All right. We was 29% committing 70% of suicide. Oh man. He said we was making up statistics. Oh, now the statistics are made up. When you say 1350, that's ironclad. But when we say our statistics, they're made up. That's kind of crazy. They absolutely lead in a lot of other things. When we bring that up, it turns into, well, there's more of us, so I guess it ain't that bad. When we say that white people are leading in this and this and that and this, then it turns into, well, you got to understand the population size. It's so many of us, so that means it actually ain't that bad. All right, let's see. 50-50. What was per capita and shit? We understand per capita. Oh my fucking god. You're not. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. All right, ATL fan, what you got for me, bro?
What's happening, man?
What's happening, man? You agree with me, man? Do white people be acting like gaslighting boyfriends sometimes? You agree with that?
No, man. I don't know why you got to make things about race.
Well, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I make this about race? Because I
Maybe
think
you're
that,
a racist. Maybe that's why you're doing it.
all right. Well, I'll explain to you why I'm doing it. It's not because I'm a racist. I think that when I'm talking about this, I'm referring to when we're talking about race issues in this country, and people tell us, "Man, that's old shit. Why you bringing that up? You always talking about the past." You know, like how a toxic boyfriend would respond to his girl when she's saying you need to stop texting people, and I remember you texting that girl from 3 weeks ago. Why you still texting people? You're like, man, that was so long ago. That was the past. Why you bringing that up? And when I say when we're talking to white people about the issues in this country with us and how things still aren't completely equal, and that a lot of our issues are linked to those historical events that y'all are saying to get over, and white people are very dismissive of it. White people, they don't want to they don't want to address these things. They want us to just say, all right, it happened, get over it, let's just act like it didn't happen. And no, like that doesn't solve anything. That doesn't fix the problems that history created. So if we're showing to you, hey, these things happened in the past and that directly led up to what's happening right now, because that's how history works, and you're telling us, well, just forget about that, leave it alone, act like it didn't happen,
Who's
then,
telling you that? Who's telling you? You act like all white people say that.
well, okay.
Why are you grouping
I
everybody into
guess I
one
should have
category?
clarified. I'm not talking about 100% of white people. Does that make you feel better if I say it like that?
Well, what percentage do you think of whites think that?
I don't have a percentage on the top of my head. I don't know all white people, so I
Well, I know
haven't.
you don't, but you're saying your prompt is making it sound like you think that the majority of white people think that.
Well, it's when you're making a broad statement like this, it's a conversation starter so that we can talk about the ideas. So, like, I don't have percentages to say.
Let's talk about history. Let's talk about history.
Wait. Let me finish my sentence. Firstly, it's a conversation starter. So if I'm making this point, this talking point, it's something that's happened enough for us to be able to have a conversation about. Are you denying that there are people who do that? People that'll say, well, that's just the past. Why are we talking about that? Does that not happen?
I'm not denying that one at all.
Okay, so what is your contention?
Do you deny that a lot of people victim blame?
Wait, say that again. My bad. I ain't hear the last part.
Do you deny the fact that a lot of people use the past as an excuse not to move forward with their lives?
No, I think that's a myth. I think that's made
up.
Yeah, I think that's made up. Okay. And let me explain why I say that. Like, because what I'm imagining, right? When people say people use the past as an excuse to not do anything, what I'm imagining is like a blob of a person just like sitting in like a rocking chair, and they've been sitting in that chair for like the past 15 years, and anytime you say, hey man, get out of the chair, you should do something, and they say, nah man, the white man, it's the white man, I can't go to the store because of the white man, I can't go to work because it's the white man, I can't get a job, and I can't go to school, and I can't buy a house, and I can't buy a car because of the white man. That doesn't exist. That's not a real thing. There is no person whose life hasn't been able to progress because they keep blaming everything on the white man. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, but are you
what you're
blaming the
referring
past for
to,
your future right now
what you're
on this
referring
live?
to, I'm almost done. What you're referring to is a person who correctly acknowledges that those things exist and also are broke and also haven't made it in their life. Them being broke while saying that white people have disenfranchised black people financially isn't them blaming white people because they're broke. That's them saying the truth that white people have disenfranchised black people financially, historically. That doesn't. You're conflating a broad statement about a societal issue to one person's personal life. How do I say circumstances? They're not the same. So when a broke person is complaining about the white man and all the shit that they're doing, it's not them blaming them for why they're broke. You will never catch a black person saying, I wasn't able to go to school because I'm black. Like, as if black people don't go to school, as if black people don't have jobs, as if the unemployment rate in the black community is like not 6%. Like over 90% of us are working. We're in school. We're doing the best that we can, and like trying to make it in this system. It's a myth, bro. It does not exist. There's nobody saying that they can't do anything because of the white man. That's not real. But go ahead. What were you going to say after that? My bad.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're complaining about the past, right? That's what you're doing. I mean, that's essentially, in essence, that's what you're doing right now. You're complaining about the past.
Yeah. Are you not allowed to complain about the past? Let me ask it like this. Is complaining about the past like creating a force field barrier where you're just incapable of doing anything else? Can you not do both things? Can you not complain about injustices that happened in the past and also go to work and also go to school and also try to make your life better in the meantime? You can't do both of those things?
No, you definitely can. But my point is this. I mean, I think we can all agree to disagree. I think that's being an adult. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's agree on something just to start this conversation. I think we can also agree that, yes, if we look at history, the white population got a head start, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we can agree on that. At some point, when can the another race catch up to that? Like if you and I are involved in a track meet and I get a head start, I mean, do you have the option to catch up?
You can try to catch up, but I think it depends on how far ahead they are.
Well, I think eventually, though, you're going to catch up, or you have the ability to catch up and stop saying, you know what, you got such a head start that I'm just going to complain about the head start and not focus on passing you at some point in my life.
Yeah, so the problem is the fact that you even put it that way is actually kind of telling. So instead of you saying, you know, maybe we should do something about that head start. Maybe we should equalize the race. You're saying, well, eventually you should just catch up eventually. So you wouldn't have to talk about it anymore.
No, I'm not saying you don't have to talk about it, but eventually, I mean, I think in today's society, everybody has an opportunity to be successful. And if you disagree, please tell me how you disagree with that statement.
Did you have something after that?
No, I just said that. I just made my comment, and do you agree or disagree? And if you disagree, please tell me how you disagree.
Do I disagree that everybody has an opportunity?
Yeah, in today's society, everybody has an equal opportunity to be successful.
Well, we don't have an equal opportunity.
Why?
That's not true.
Why?
So because everybody's, first of all, even white people don't have a equal opportunity to other white people. Like we're talking about race right now, but like if we get intersectional with it, like it's even more complicated. Like,
well, no, just give me a broad reason why.
I don't think the country is like this big meritocracy the way people think it is. Like there's a lot of other outside shit that factors into if you become successful or not. That's completely outside of how hard you're working and if you go to school and if you don't, I think we can all agree or disagree. We can.
We all have the opportunity to overcome. Life is about challenges and opportunities. And it's how you address those as they come your way.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
agree.
grew up very poor. And I
Yeah,
worked two
we don't need
jobs.
your story. We don't need your story. ATL, we don't need your story. So I agree with you.
Yeah, but see, my story is this. When I was poor and my parents were poor, they didn't sit around.
We know the story. We've all heard the story of I was poor and I picked myself up out of bootstraps and now I'm good now. Like, we know the story. But the point I'm getting at is the fact that there's people with different obstacles than you do. It's not just about being poor. There's a whole lot of other moving parts in this situation of trying to succeed in a country, especially in a racialized country like America, where black people have historically been marginalized. A lot of what we're calling the black communities are communities that were redlined generations ago, and they're still the effects of that redlining is still going on right now.
So we agree that all individuals have different obstacles. I think we can all agree upon that. Nate, give me an example of an individual that has an obstacle that they cannot overcome and be successful.
The problem isn't having obstacles. People have obstacles. We don't have a problem with overcoming obstacles. What we have a problem with is if the obstacle is coming from a historically racist system, and we're telling you, hey, this comes from a historically racist system. This is downstream from the racist history we have in this country. We should do something about that. And then you respond by saying, that's the past. You bringing up old shit. You just need to pull yourself up out of the bootstraps.
I'm asking you to give me an example of an obstacle that someone may have that prevents them from being successful. Can you please give me an example?
That depends on the person.
Lord, dude. So your problem is you can't even give an example. You see, you're blaming the past, and you're
No, I'm not doing this with you. I'm telling you, there isn't one thing that keeps you from being successful. There isn't one thing, because if it was just that one thing, we could just address that one thing and we'd be done with it. It's more complicated than that. There isn't just this one example. I'm not going to have a conversation like that. But Based, you've been waiting. You wouldn't shut the fuck up in the comments, so I'm going to let you. Oh, never mind. You bounced. All right, let's see. All right, let me let my boy User in. Up, User, you ain't want to jump? All right, I wanted you to come in because you got the Cotton. Oh, there you go, Cotton Hill.
Yo, what's up, Kenny?
What's up, man? Do you agree? Do you think that white people act like gaslighting boyfriends sometimes?
Yes, I agree. Because sometimes white people sort of deny the things our ancestors did. Me personally, I don't deny it. At the same time, I don't apologize for it, though.
Good. Thank you. Well, I'm looking for disagreeers, so respectfully, I got to get you the fuck up out of here. But shout out to you. You understand that you and your people was pieces of shit at a certain time, and you cool with that. Thank you for being honest about it. All right, let's see what new 1K got to say. Bring me. I'm not 7, bro. You're not gonna be able to get me like that. I mean, I'm probably going to bring you back, but that's not the way to do it. Trust me. All right, let me see what they have to say. I'm gonna let a couple of people, because I talked to you for a little while, so I'll probably bring you back in around the end. ATL fan, what's up, real time? What you got for me?
No, I don't think white people act like gaslighting boyfriends.
Why not, bro?
I mean, it just depends on the type of white people you hang around.
Have you been listening this whole time?
I mean, a little bit, not really the entire time.
What were you at least listening to the last guy I was talking to?
Yeah.
All right. Did you hear him saying, like, well, we know these things happen historically, but today you just need to pull yourself up out of bootstraps. That basically that point he's making there.
I mean, not really.
Is that not similar to when a boyfriend says, well, I know I did that, but that was back in the day. Today is a new day. I know I'm still texting other bitches like I was before. I know I'm still liking other bitches' pictures like I was before, but that was, let's just move forward. Today is a new day. Stop bringing up
I'm
old
gonna
shit.
just I'm gonna just say, have you ever met like a white person that like you ever thought that was like really cool?
Yeah, a few of them.
Like they felt like it's not even like to the point where when you hung around them, you didn't even think about race. Like this is a genuine human being.
Yeah, yes, I agree. But like, I'm not saying that all white people are like this. This is a very general
Yeah.
statement. This is a general statement. So that's why I say like they be acting like gaslighting boyfriends sometimes. Like it's not like 100% thing.
I'm gonna say like the more underdeveloped white people.
Hmm. Interesting.
I'm gonna put it like that. The white people who just they don't really see anything else but just their whiteness.
True.
If
True.
you actually if you see what I'm getting at.
I think I get what you're getting at. Um, but respectfully, I am looking for more disagreeers on this, so I'm gonna have to get you the fuck up out of here too. But shout out to you though. I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but like I understand like there's some cool white people and then there's some fucked up white people, but like I'm talking about the fucked up ones right now. Let's see what Kareem Jabber's saying. Then I got you next, ATL. All right, Kareem, what you got for me, bro?
Yo,
Yep. What's up, man? Do you think that white people be acting like gaslighting boyfriends sometime?
what's that mean though? Like gaslighting boyfriends.
So, like, you ever how do I say this? It's like if a girl catches her boyfriend like texting other bitches or liking other bitches' pictures, and they say they have an argument, right?
Yeah.
And then they say, "Yeah, man, you remember you was texting that bitch 2 months ago. You was texting that bitch 5 months ago." And then the nigga respond, "Oh, why you bringing up that old shit? That was in the past. You bringing up old shit."
Okay.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down here?
Yeah. Bitches be tripping. Okay.
Right. So do the white community every now and then not say, I know you bringing up this shit that's happening now, but in how that's related to the past, but just get over that old shit, man. Why you bringing up the past? Why you bringing up
What's
slavery?
that? What does that have to do with gaslighting boyfriends though?
Yeah, because it's a manipulation thing. It's to
Oh, you
get
mean
you to
like
stop.
gaslighting? Okay, now I get it. Gaslighting.
Yeah, yeah, it's
I
a
didn't get it. I didn't
manipulation.
get it at first. I thought you said gas. Okay, now I'm starting to understand because I didn't understand that's what you were saying because it looked like different. It looked just like gas and lighting.
Yeah, my bad.
You know what
I
I'm
should
saying?
have put
So it's
them
like
together.
I didn't really put two to two together.
Yeah, I should have
So
put
I
them together.
guess
That is my bad. That is my bad. I should have put them
that's
together.
actually my bad. I mean, I should have thought about it better.
Yeah, but
That was my
but yeah,
fault for
like
sure. So
it's a manipulation thing. Like it's just a way it's
act like
because
gaslighter
they
boyfriend.
want you to stop talking about it. So
Okay, now I'm starting to understand what you're saying. Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say that's a white people issue. That's everybody issue, man.
Yeah, but I'm speaking in the context of like issues based on race in this country. So like when we talk
Honestly, I would
about
say it's more women who do that, gaslighting stuff.
I agree. I agree that women typically interact that way
Right.
uh, in toxic
Manipulated,
relationships
stuff like that.
because they have the facilities for that. The way their brain works is good for doing that kind of thing. Like men, we don't like that for real. I just use the boyfriend as an example because it's easier for me to draw the illustration there. But I'm looking for disagreeers, so respectfully, I gotta get you the fuck up out of here too. Shout out to you though. All right. Oh, never mind. He left. Bro left. I was gonna bring him back. I was gonna bring up ATL again. If you're still down there, I'll bring you back up if you request. All right, Chalk. They're probably rattlesnakes that don't bite. I'm not gonna trust them though. All right, let's read some comments till some more people come through. Yeah, X, you still down here arguing with niggas, man? Don't argue with these dudes, man. Do not argue with these dudes. But yeah, I mean, even the conversation I was having with ATL, he was literally doing it. He was literally saying, like, we agree that these things happen, but like, can't you just work past it? Like, you're literally doing the thing I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell me about how It's not happening. I'm about to microwave my biscuit because I ate one and didn't eat the other one, and now it's cold. Put that on for a little bit. But yeah, man, like this is undeniable. Like it's for sure a manipulation tactic. It's a way to end the conversation because they know they're in the wrong on this, and addressing that injustice from the past that's leading to the issues we're having today would take them making some restorative steps. You know, stuff like reparations, stuff like getting laws passed and benefits passed, and it would take a lot of work on their part to actually make us whole for all the injustices we went through historically, and they don't want to do that. Just like the boyfriend, they do not want to have the conversation about how he's still texting bitches now, even though he told you I love you. I'm not gonna do that no more, and he's still doing it. He don't want to talk about that, so he's gonna deflect it and say, well, turn it around on you and make it like something wrong with you for constantly bringing it up, even though you said you was gonna stop doing it. The same thing with these people. We're talking about what they're doing today, and you know how they used to do it in the past too, and the conversation turns into, well, you know, that was old shit. You know, it just, I don't get it. Keep texting them hoes. Nah, man. I'm learning the hard way that that's the wrong way to do that. Do not keep texting those bitches, man. You gotta stop it. A shout out to all the people who came through. I think we're coming up on the end of this, and I really do want to eat my biscuit right now. Oh, hold up. Somebody requested. Shout out to the nigga requested in a live with one person watching. Shout out to you. Let me see what Will got to say. Is this the same Will? Is this the... Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of Will. You're somebody else. What's up, Will? What you got for me? Will, you there? Yeah. I think Will got abducted by aliens on the way here. I'm gonna just eat my biscuit while I'm waiting for him. And if he don't show up by the time I get done with this biscuit, we're gonna have to get him the fuck up out of here. But disrespectfully though, because he wasted my time. I ain't gonna cap to you. If you want to make biscuits, like good biscuits, do not buy that Pillsbury shit in a can. You gotta get the frozen ones in the bag. Those are the best biscuits, bro. Then get you the little sausage patties. Fry up one egg, split them for 2 biscuits. That shit goes crazy. But yeah, the point I'm getting at the end of all of this is that the white community, they need to stop this toxic behavior. They need to stop trying to deflect the conversation when black people are trying to tell them about the injustices that we're suffering through. When we're telling them about all the things that we're dealing with in this country today, and then we back it up with all the stuff. See, they don't realize the reason why we're bringing up what happened in the past is because that's undeniable. They were being up front and overt about it back then. They can't deny that. They can't deny the signs that said no colored people, no niggas, you know, white people in the front of the bus, black people in the back of the bus. They can't deny that, right? So we're comparing the things that we're dealing with today, the things that come from the issues that started back then and are directly influencing what's happening today. When we draw that line for them, they don't understand that we're trying to help them see the connector there. We're connecting the dots for them. We're trying to make it easier for them to understand, like, this is racist. Look at how they used to do it then versus how they do it now. Look at the issue that was happening then and how over the years it affected what happened leading up to now. We're trying to make that connection for them so that they wouldn't be able to deny it. Because what happens is when we talk about these racial issues today and how there's a racial disparity today and all the differences between us today and the way we're being treated today, everybody's denying the shit. Everybody's like, well, that's not happening. That wasn't because of racism. That wasn't because they're black. Maybe they just had bad credit. Maybe they just didn't know how to act. Well, what did they do before the video started rolling? Then it's deny. There's no such thing as racism. We're just making shit up. So then we have to explain, oh, remember how they used to do it like this back then? It's kind of leading up to, because of how we changed things from back then up to today. That's what makes the difference. That explains how what is happening today is still racist. A good example, and since bro asked for an example, here's the example. I didn't want to have to fucking go down this rabbit hole with him because I feel like he wasn't really listening anyway. But a good example of this is redlining, okay? So redlining was illegal for a long time, and if you don't know what redlining is, let me get like the official. Let's see. Redlining is a discriminatory practice originating from 1930s United States government maps that denies financial services like mortgages, loans, and insurance to residents of certain neighborhoods, primarily based on their racial and ethnic makeup. This was legal from the 30s up till like 1965 for the Civil Rights Act. Oh, wait. Hold up. Before I say that, I don't even know if that's when it actually ended. Let me see. When it actually ended on paper, actually. Let me see. Oh, never mind. So actually, the Equal Credit Opportunity Act was enacted in October 28th, 1974. So it actually was still it was still legal to discriminate for credit till 1964. The United States, the Fair Housing Act of 1968 was passed to combat the practice of redlining. So in housing, that wasn't made illegal till 68. So even after the Civil Rights Act passed, that was still going on. Crazy how that happens, right? But if you ask them at the time, they'll say, well, we did all this shit for you. We passed the Civil Rights Act. You can't prove that redlining is happening. It's not because they're race. They just got bad credit. But anyway, shit like redlining, right? Where they're able to literally discriminate on black people for where they live. So if a certain neighborhood, they wouldn't want black people to be there. So instead of just putting up signs that say black people can't be here like they used to do back in the day, they would just take the red line is referring to like the red pin on a map, lining out areas that they wanted certain people to live in and certain people not to live in. It's basically just a way to manipulate it to, have white areas and black areas, but without it being upfront and overt, And the effects of that redlining and how black people were kind of siloed off into some of the worst parts of town and not allowed to live in some of the more nicer parts of town with the higher property values and more tax revenue for good schools. We see the results of that, where the schools in the neighborhoods that we're all in today, because we still mainly live in these areas today, due to the bad schooling, because of the lack of property tax funds, the kids aren't being educated the way they should be. and it's leading them. They don't have the extracurricular activities that a nicer area would have. You know, and it that leads them, the kids in those areas, over time into worse outcomes in their lives. It leads them to not make as much as their counterparts. It leads them to not have the same credentials as their counterparts usually. You know. Yeah, and that's not as punchy and simple as a sign that says no black people can be here, but it's still just as racist. But when we tell people that and we try to have that conversation about it, people say, well, it's not racist. Maybe they just had bad credit. It's not racist. Maybe you just need to work harder. Maybe you just need to pull yourself up out of bootstraps. And that's that toxic boyfriend shit I'm talking about. But there's one more person, and I'm going to leave this alone because I've been trying to eat this biscuit for like 15 minutes, and it's getting cold again. Lil Rizzo. Wait, did Lil Rizzo leave? Damn, Lil Rizzo left. All right, yeah, I think that's the end of this. Thanks for listening. Shout out to you, X, for holding it down in the comment section. I don't think I have anything else on this. A lot of y'all really just helped prove my point even more. So thank you for that. I don't think I would have been able to actually explain that issue with redlining with bro that was asking for the example, because he has a lot of these people, they have a thing where they want to talk more than they want to listen, and they forget that this is my shit. Oh, you requested again? All right, my man. Lil Rizzo, what you got for me?
Hey,
Bro?
what's going on? I don't know what happened the first time. It like glitched out or something.
Yeah, this app is trash, but do you have anything you want to add on to this? Because I really am trying to bounce. What you got for me?
So I was just more confused on like with the prompt and stuff like that. Like, could you like provide an example to like give me like a better message, I guess?
Yeah, so real quickly, imagine, I said this before with the last guy. Imagine like a girlfriend finds her boyfriend like texting bitches, right? Like liking bitches' booty pictures or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the girl like, why are you doing this? Like they start arguing, right? Why are you liking those bitches' pictures? It's just like you told me that you was gonna stop doing this when you did this like 6 months ago, 3 months ago. You said you was gonna stop liking them bitches' pictures. And then the nigga respond, oh, here you go. You bringing up that old shit again. You always talking about the past.
Yeah.
When they're literally still doing the shit today.
Yeah,
right?
when yeah.
And they're like, you always bringing up old shit. See, this is why we can't never go nowhere. We always arguing because you always
When it's not old shit and stuff, yeah.
And that's exactly what they do with us. When we talk about the racial problems that happen in this country and how they're linked to the like undeniable racism, like redlining, Jim Crow, black codes, sharecropping, slavery. Like when we compare that to what happens now, which is obviously more covert and not as in your face as literal slavery and Jim Crow, they start saying, oh, you talking about old shit. You bringing up the past. You bringing up Jim Crow. Why you can't just get a job? It's like, oh my God. So that's really, I mean, I'm mainly saying this as a joke, trying to be funny, but
Nah, I get that with the prompt, yeah.
Yeah, the main conversation I'm trying to have is like, why every time we bring up issues in our community and how they connect to the historical issues that we have in the past, instead of people saying, you know what, you're right, we need to find a way to deal with that, they start saying, you just got to pull yourself up out of your bootstraps. Why are you bringing up old shit?
Yeah.
They're like they're not interested in actually fixing things. They just want us to shut up about it.
Well, that's fair. I think that do you think it would be a safe generalization to say that it's not white people, but rather people who have a false ideation of what is good and what is bad, rather?
Yeah, I mean, that can be true. Because white people aren't even the only people that say this.
Yeah. Like I've met a couple of black people that are like very, very like
Coon.
racist towards even other black people. Like I grew up in a black neighborhood and stuff, and there was this dude that I would hang out with named Mangar. His mom literally said that he couldn't date a girl because she was too black, and I was like, "Whoa, dude, that's crazy to me."
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, nah, trust me, I'm familiar. Like we know all the big names like Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum,
Oh yeah,
Larry, Thomas Sowell, Anthony Bryan Logan, Jesse Lee Pete. Like I can go down the list of all the black people who basically say all the same white supremacist shit of like, well, y'all are just using that as an excuse and you're just trying to
absolutely.
find a reason. That happens too. But we have to also factor in like they're getting that from somewhere. This isn't like I don't think that ideology is like a homegrown ideology. I think that's
Yeah.
white supremacist ideology that black people take on to.
Do you think it would be a safe assessment to also say the people who put in the system to keep black people down are just rich people with a lot of influence, and that's the reason why it was able to have as much power as it did? Because there was probably a rich person who felt some type of way about a certain race, and he had a lot of influence, a lot of power. He was able to do something about it, and he was able to change the way a lot of people think. So do you think that it's more of people having a false ideology because of someone who was in power, who had money, who was able to do these things, rather than it be something that's racial to begin with? Or
It's like a blending of both. I think that like the average everyday person has these feelings already, and then they get their ideas magnified by the rich people who are trying to use the conflict to gain somehow. Like, because you're right, like there's rich people who stand to make more money off of
people
spreading
suffering?
propaganda.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that propaganda gets like they get money on the back end from the results of the conflict that we have amongst each other. So
absolutely.
that's true. What you're saying is true, but that doesn't take away from the fact that the people who are on the ground, the regular everyday people, are still choosing to believe in that. Because I
Hmm.
see, like I'm on X, right? You know, X is like a racist hellhole right now. X is terrible.
Yeah, dog, with everything going on.
Yeah, like there's literal Nazis and shit on there, and I see
For
all that.
real, dude.
And I don't. I'm looking at all their posts and their propaganda and them trying to take people over to believe in their side, and I don't fall into it. I don't watch 5 videos of black people beating people up and then be like, "Damn, black people really got a violence problem." Like, no,
Yeah.
like I know that it's I know that it's propaganda. I know that it's like trying to push me to believe a certain kind of way,
See,
and
and the
it's
problem with people who think like that is they'll look at a video and they'll be all like, "Oh, look, that dude's beating up that dude, and they're two different colors." The issue is
right.
you're spotting two different colors. You're not viewing them as people. You're viewing them as a whole color palette now, and it's like now you've got people who bleed the same blood, and like literally I could be typo negative, and I could save your life. We bleed the same blood. Like we can save each other if we got the same blood type. So it's not even like you're less human than me, you're less this than me. It's literally people just viewing color, and that is the only problem with today's society. It's whenever we look at a video and we're all like, "Oh, this dude's doing this to this dude," and we're looking at as a color palette rather than it's literally just people.
Right, and the perfect example of that, bro. And I respect you coming up respectfully. I really am trying to get the fuck up out of here, but
Absolutely, dude, you're
I
good.
think that the perfect example of this is the Ukrainian. I forgot her name. They wouldn't shut the fuck up about this Ukrainian
Oh,
girl.
the Ukrainian lady on the bus or
Yeah,
whatever.
on the train, yeah.
Yeah,
So these racist people, they didn't even know her name. It's Irina Zarutska. They
yeah,
they they were acting like they really gave a fuck about her. They none of them knew her name. They just were saying it.
absolutely, absolutely, dude.
But they saw a black person do violence to a white person and immediately thought, see, it's a hate crime. It's because they hate the
Mm-hmm.
white man. We have to stand up. We have to fight back. Like I don't do that. That's low IQ to me. Watching one video of different races of people doing something to each other, it does
See, and
not
like,
immediately mean that it's like a race issue. Like that's just what happens when people of different races are around each other.
mhm.
Sometimes there's going to be conflict between them. That doesn't make it racial. That just means
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
were next to the other race at the time.
yeah,
It's the same thing. Like I'm married to a Mexican woman, and I swear I gotta go after this. But I'm married to a Mexican woman. I'm not married to a Mexican woman because I just love Mexican people so much more than my black people.
yeah.
I was just at the right place at the right time, and a Mexican woman was there, and we just happened to fall in love. It was
For
not
real.
real at all. You know what I'm saying?
And
I
I
hope
guess
you get what I'm saying.
and I guess it kind of falls under like my example yet again of like it could be anybody, because whenever that dude had hit that Ukrainian girl with that knife or whatever, and he said whatever he said about, you know, like, oh, she called me this, she called me that, it's literally a false ideology of people being against each other. And the media will go ahead and propose it up and down the streets every single second that they can so that they can get a couple more clicks, and people fail to realize that's not actually reality. This is extremist views that people are putting out into the network because of the influence they have, because of the money that they're able to put into the communities to fuel people to say even more terrible things, right? Because if you go ahead and you say that you're gonna pay me $50,000 and all I have to do is talk bad about so and so, like literally like one person, like, dude, someone's gonna do that. I'm not saying I
Yep.
would do it, but someone's gonna do that. Like, money makes people go crazy. And I guess the Ukrainian, what I'm getting at is the dude doing that to the Ukrainian girl. It can be anybody.
Yep.
Like I said, and people need to come together as one, stop looking at each other as color palettes, and we need to realize, hey, if your blood type's gonna save mine, you're human, bro. Like, like regardless, you're human. You know, like we bleed, we both bleed,
Yep.
and I mean, yeah, I got a whiter complexion. Like I said, I grew up in a black neighborhood. Growing up on them basketball courts, dude, it's rough. It's
You
it's
playing
rough,
ball?
dude. So
I
I
know.
mean, it could just be anybody. I just want people to come together as one, stop looking at each other as color palettes, because at the end of the day, dude, I'm gonna treat you with respect if you treat me with respect, and it's gonna be mutual all around. That's all it is to me.
For sure. Well, thank you, my good sir. I am looking for disagreeers, but shout out to you for being respectable. But respectfully, I gotta get you the fuck up out of here. Uh, but yeah, I gotta bounce. Real nigga. Yeah. And what he touched on about like the media companies and shit, that shit is absolutely true. Like a lot of these media companies, they don't really give a fuck one way or the other for real. They pretend to be right wing activists and right wing like talking heads, and like a lot of these people who are supposed to be conservatives is undercover gay. A lot of these people who are supposed to be conservatives are divorced from their wife that they're taking pictures with in public. A lot of these people who are supposed to be conservatives are really just doing their job. They got into a hustle and they work in that hustle. A lot of these outlets that are promoting all this racist shit, they don't give a fuck one way or the other. They just see that there's a market opening up for it and they're taking advantage of it. And people are falling into it is the problem. You're looking at these people posting videos of black people fighting and literally and falling for the propaganda. You're the fool, okay? You're being taken for the fool here. You're watching 3 videos of black people fighting each other and saying, see, black people this, black people that. And the motherfucker that posted that video doesn't give a fuck one way or the other. And they just made the shit up anyway. These are videos that was recorded in 2012, and they're posting them today like it just happened yesterday. So your dumbass can be like, see, there's new videos of black people attacking white people every day. When are we gonna fight back? They're taking advantage of your dumbass too. So I'm happy. I'm not like y'all. I don't watch videos of white people doing bad things and then just say, yeah, fuck all white people now. I hate all white people. I'm not like you. Racism is very low IQ activity. Racism is for dumb people. You know, that's why when I see when I hear 1350, it's funny to me because it's like you're really you really have fallen into the shit. Like they got you. They got you. You think I'm the one that's brainwashed is the crazy part. But they really got you. White people, I am one. Do gaslight everybody. Whitewashing is major league gaslighting. Hey, shout out to you, peasant. But I do gotta get out of here. I swear, if I don't eat this biscuit right now, I'm gonna throw it in the trash and it's gonna make me mad. But shout out to everybody that came in here. This was a good show. Thank you, peasant. Thank you, peasant. I appreciate you too. Shout out to you. Shout out to Lil Rezo. Shout out to X for holding it down in the comment section. Shout out to everybody that was liking the John. You know, we're gonna get some more people in here eventually. I might run this motherfucker back. I might run it back tomorrow. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. But shout out to everybody, man. Y'all have a good night, day, whatever time it is where you